Hi viewers, as we go back to college, work and normal life after the Christmas holidays, and that's life that isn't sprinkled with chocolates and tinsel and disappointing Christmas television, there's definitely a focus on new starts, New Year's resolutions, new diaries, etc. I've kept a diary since I was about 8 and I've archived them since I was 12, so I'm sort of well versed in the age-old sort of 1st of January entry. For example, this year's began with really awful start. Well done, Emily. Anyway, I'm going to read you an extract of a diary, and you can kind of guess who it is. Main aims for 2006, and that's in capitals, and the 4 is replaced by a number 4. Get gorgeous. Get fitter. Lose weight. And in brackets, stop being lumpy. Anyway, this was me in 2006, so that makes me writing when I was 12. Aside from the fact that I used numbers instead of letters and referred to things as cute and sexy, the more alarming fact is that at 12, a few months into my first year of secondary school, after a couple of pages of mentioning my favourite books and my favourite subjects and my favourite people and my family in some sort of hilarious personality profile to introduce me to my diary, I'm such a weird child. Anyway, the main focus of my entire next year was to lose weight. Now, I find this really worrying. And I've been the same height since I was about that age. I was quite like a well-developed child. I also comfort ate loads due to a food-obsessed nan, hormonal-related depression since I was about 9. So despite my ridiculously superficial diary entries, I had actually some stuff to sort out and worry about. For some reasons, which I have since realised and will list later, I decided that the root to all of these problems, to arguments with friends, with getting people to like me, was to lose weight. I thought that was my solution. I probably weighed about 8.5 stone, which I think is quite normal for the height that I was. I was perfectly fine, I didn't know that. I could have done with some more exercise probably, but I was a bookish kid, so that wasn't going to happen. But I felt like a giant, and it took me a long time to get over that. It took me a long time to punish myself for not being thin, and when I was 16, for no reason at all, I lost enough weight for people to notice. But I still had an abysmal sense of self-esteem. I didn't magically get a boyfriend, people didn't automatically accept me into the popular group, sob story. I was still the same, it made no difference to my life at all. And I just feel really sad that the constant barrage of adverts and food products and books such as Bridget Jones' Diary, which I love, but love now that I can sort of see what it is, and I can see that she's not actually cool. She's a little bit pathetic. But as a child, I thought that it was the be-all and end-all. And programs such as Trinny and Susanna, which were really popular with me and my family when I was young, and these were women who preached self-love and, accepting who you are, except they just insisted on hiding precisely what these women were. And people like Gillian McKeith, who made me feel fucking evil for enjoying Pepsi. Things were created for profit in a world where they knew that people would buy them. The Gillian McKeith diet plan, for example, became my Bible, and that's, if you don't know, a plan for the morbidly obese. I just wanted to get across the fact that although these products that are advertised throughout January, and to be honest, it's not even just January, it's the whole rest of the year, they're aimed at adults, but they really trickle down. They trickle down. In my teen magazines, there were healthy eating tips and cellulite brushes being advertised. When you're about 14, you don't have cellulite. Even if you do, a cellulite brush is going to do nothing. Anyway, a 12-year-old should not have to deal with these pressures as much as a 20-year-old does. There is no difference. Everyone else has had really good points. I just kind of wanted to just focus on my experience, because at the moment I kind of feel that it angers me, but I don't feel as affected or pressured by it, because I can see I've learnt from my mistakes. I can see what it is now. I can see the diet industry for what it is. I'm just saying that when I was younger, when I was impressionable, this is exactly what happened, and it took me a long time to actually get over the fact that these magical things, products that you can buy, aren't actually going to make me any happier at all. So, yeah, I spent an age getting over my body hang-ups, and not all of us are so lucky. Some people carry on, and some people are sucked into these traps throughout their whole lives, and they go on fad diets, and it all comes down to the social norms of what is beautiful, what is normal, and that is thin, generally white, tall, healthy, does lots of exercise. That is the ideal model of a person, of a woman specifically, in this society. And as a 12-year-old girl, I had already begun to realise that, and I think that's really sad. Anyway, I hope your new year is going well so far, and yeah, brilliant.